Hi guys, it's Chantale from Lepage Cafe. I'm here to show you the very much anticipated and promised my December daily. It took me a while to get started with this. I just don't even know why. December has been, well, it's not that it's been slow going because it went by super fast. I cannot believe it's the 16th already today. So I figured I should probably start this December daily thing because I love it every year. I love it. I love my kids love looking through it. And this journal, I picked it up with Jessica Rapp made this one. And I picked one up because it was packed full of extra papers and all kinds of goodies. So I was super excited. When I got the package, I could not believe the paper she sent. So thank you so much, Jessica. It was very overwhelming, to be completely honest. And then I shared some along the way while I was creating my other journals. And anyways, it took me a while to get started. I don't know. I've been so busy. Maybe that's why. Anyways, I love this concept. So I decided to find Mode is on Instagram. These are her prompts, and I decided to start with that because I was really off and I kind of pushed myself to do a couple at least at the beginning of the month. But even then I was having trouble, and so I just let it go, and I've been just chilling and just enjoying my days with my kids, and it's been super busy, and this week is even busier. But I have promised you guys some December dailies, some craft alongs, and even some things that we could do with cards, Christmas cards. So I will do that anyways, and hopefully have time to film it. But for now, if you don't follow me on Instagram, my link is below. I also have an awesome deal right now on my Etsy shop and on my Instagram, which I will link below. So 30% off of everything. I would like to clear out all my 2019 things, journals that I've got left over. So if you guys want to head over to get an awesome deal, is 30% off the total. And yeah, so I am also working on the 1K giveaway. So anyways, let's get started in this December daily. I haven't done anything yet with the cover, but I have used Maud, I think her name is Maud.
Mommy, Mom, I know that.
Are you done with the cookie? Thanks for that. I guess she's done with that ginger snap cookies. We've been doing a lot of baking this weekend, so I think it got me in the mood again. It's kind of like not in the Christmas mood. I even bugged my kids and said that they were not getting Christmas presents this year. Oh, like I would ever do that. I am always very, very last minute at buying Christmas gifts. Are you guys like that too? Do you shop the last minute, or are you very well organized? I'd love to hear what you think. Here you go. So this is the front. So there's a couple pockets here. These pockets were floating pockets that were in the journal that you could do what you wished with them. So I put one in the front. I glued it this way. And then I have, excuse me, oh my goodness. I got some paper back here. There's a pocket inside here. These pockets were made by Jessica Rapp. She does some awesome things. So I added the washi. I added the little tab with the little star. They were just plain, so I wrote December daily, and I always have some kind of tag saying, if you find the journal too, please contact me, pretty much. So I wrote 2019, but I have a feeling that it will be more than 2019. So I've got all the prompts here. The first day has a little flip this way. And this is how I explained that I'm having difficulty getting started. So the first prompt was make a mini collage, or 2 or 3 or 31 to embellish your journal. So, you know, I've actually ran with that. I've got a little card back here with a little bit of collage with what I'm grateful for. And that's what I kind of started with my journal. This is day 1. So I kind of wrote a little bit about that day. And we did our Christmas tree as well on 1st. On day 2, I talked about my first Cyber Monday sale. I did some prep for the class that I taught on the 5th. So I put some pictures there. Here I'm going to write some more there, and I've got another picture I wanted to add here about the class, but I can't find it. It got lost in disaster. And then for number 3 and number 2 is, I noticed after that I had forgotten to do the prompt for number 2. So here is my prompt for number 2. I can find the little paper. I lost it, so I just wrote it out. If I find it, I will stick it over. It says, draw the first letter of your name and fill this letter with kind words. So I wrote all kinds of kind words, and then I doodled, and then it got me so excited about Zentangle, which I used to do a lot of when I used to do bullet journaling. I don't do it as often, and this was very relaxing and very fun. Also practice calligraphy, faux calligraphy. So 2 is kind of in between. 3 is in the between of the 2. And then 3, I didn't have a lot going on the 3rd. I was just doing more prep for the high school kids for my class on the 5th. And then the question for the 3rd was, what did you want to buy today and could not get? Well, I wanted to buy a chair for my office, but I decided to wait until after Christmas because, kids first. I tend to do that all the time. So here I was debating if I should just glue these together because it kind of goes through. I don't know. So I wasn't sure what I was doing here. I might add some pictures, but that's kind of where it's at there. And then the 4th is drink tea or coffee in your favorite chair and describe the chair and the room you're in. So this is kind of what I described here. And then I did some, I used a circle with Stress ink and I just pretended like they're coffee lines. And then the little 4 is on a little string up here that I put behind this paper for fun. There's a little collage here as well. I like collages, so I use them quite often. And on the 4th, I was going to add a picture, but as you can tell, it didn't happen. So I might add a little picture here of my favorite mug at the moment and possibly add it there since it's about coffee. Number 5 was the day that I had my class, and I'm going to write some more here. That's why I kept it blank. And the prompt for that day, I was kind of stumped because I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. It says, what did you do this year to make another person feel totally spoiled? And unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't really, there's not one specific event that I can think of that I completely, totally spoiled somebody. So I just kind of left it like that. And I wrote, So I'm going to think about it and I'm going to add it here as well, I think. And I might even write some of it in the back here because there's quite a bit of journal area back here. For day number 6, the question, and same here today. Yeah, number 6, I lost the piece of paper as well. It's somewhere in my office, I'm sure. So the question for that day was, who would you invite if distance wasn't an issue, and what would you do? So here I kind of journaled about if I had all the money in the world, I would try to get all the lovely ladies that I have met at some kind of retreat to just journal and have fun together and get to know each other even more. All the beautiful people I have met through this junk journal thing. And then I also talked about how it was a busy day that day. The kids were off, so we got organized, cleaned the house, all that fun stuff, and got ready because they were going to my sister-in-law's. And then I just like this little tag, so I just stuck it there. And this little girl is so cute, this little Mrs. Claus. I love this. This for me is Christmas. It's all about baking. And yeah. So another thing that this was also the 6th. And I rewrote the question again, and I wrote on a tag who I would love to have is my little sister who she lives a couple provinces away, and we don't get to see her as often as I'd like, especially Christmas time. You know, you want to be around with family and stuff. So that's kind of that. On December 6th, 7th, the prompt was cut hearts out of your favorite papers and decorate a journal page with these hearts. So what I did was I cut out, now these are not, I wrote a little note here, these are not my, technically my favorite papers. They were just scraps of leftover Christmassy papers that I had that I figured would be better to put in my journal than to throw out. They're little scraps, and obviously I did not put any glue in that because it's peeling off. Whoops. So that's why I use them, because I feel like it would be better to use your scraps than to throw them out. And then I talked a bit about the art and craft show that I was at that day and how things went. It was really a weird morning because I'm not used to waking up on a Saturday and having a completely quiet house. It was so weird. But my sweet sister-in-law watched the kids while I got prepared for this art show. So that was super cool of her. So the 8th was another one that I wanted to think a little bit more about. So I just made a collage, kind of the same theme that I work with the first prompt. I love collages, and that's usually how I start my pages. I just start collaging and I try to not overthink. So this was the collage for the 8th, and it opens up, and then I'll write more here. The prompt for that day is, what would be your superpower and what would you use it for? So I kind of just left it like that because I'm not sure. I have to think about it. So I'll probably fill out this information later one evening or something. Now this one, the prompt was make a collage on a whole page in your journal. So this is my collage. It started with a little short piece of paper right here. This piece right here. And then I added, this was from an envelope that we got a card in. And this was the stamp that was on it. So I added that. And then I kept this back area, this piece of paper that I ripped and distressed and all that fun stuff. And then I added a star with a little bit of red because it came, like, you know, I was picking the red up back there. And then I've got these that I decided I'm going to write on the back. I haven't yet, and I'll probably add some pictures. So this is kind of what I do when I'm in it, when I'm kind of like stuck where I don't know what to write about, or, you know, I'm just not creating. This is what I do. I start collaging, and it usually gets me out of my funk. So this was the perfect day for that. So I wrote the date, and then I kind of, the card that we got for Christmas that I used this piece on the back, the front had this beautiful, like, this was where our address was. So I decided to just fussy cut around it and then put paper on top so that I can journal in it. And then there's the 9th. And then on the 10th, it just opens up like this, and it was when I reached, oh, thank you. It's a star. Yeah. Do you want to keep it? 1K is when I hit 1K with YouTube, which was pretty exciting. I didn't actually think it was going to happen, but thanks to some wonderful girls for sharing my YouTube link, and I also shared it, and I was able to hit 1K, which is super exciting. And now I have to figure out some kind of giveaway so I was going to kind of journal about that. And I love this little image, so I couldn't really cover it too much. We also found some super sweet news that I will not talk about it too much on here because it is not my news to announce. But it was so fun. And prompt number 10 was perfect for that. So it says decorate an envelope and put a secret message inside. Glue it into your journal. So here is I did not glue it in. I just clipped it at the top. But here is my little envelope, and it says, and inside, a special day. And they're like little confetti. And these little angels just pop in and out. They're like a little journaling card, which I'll probably write some more stuff. And I've got a card inside that says the sweet news that we got. It was not on the 10th, but when I saw the prompt, I thought that would be perfect for the 10th. We actually found out on December 5th, and it was so sweet, and I just loved how we found out. So I just thought I would keep this as a memory, and I would clip it. And then I'm probably going to add pictures from that day, the 10th. What did we do on the 10th? I don't know. I have to look it up. But like my kids and stuff and some of the stuff that we did, I might add some pictures underneath because I love putting pictures in my junk journal. And this one I didn't do much, but I will probably journal a little bit around Frosty. So then I got some more. So on this side, I was on December 11th, and I have pictures that I have not printed yet, and this is what I will fill this up with. And I took pictures of my favorite flowers, which are sunflowers. They mean a whole bunch to me, and if you guys have been following me for a little while now, you will know that sunflowers are a sign of my dad, because my dad loved sunflowers, and it's just something. It's my favorite flower, and I plant it every year, and this year they bloomed in September. So I have pictures. Oops, sorry. So I have pictures. I'm still stuffed up. That is another reason I haven't been doing much either, because I am sick, which is not so fun. So I will be adding more pictures to here. What I usually do when I do my journal is I print my pictures once a week of that week, and then I journal about it. That's how I have been doing my December daily forever. So what I decided to do is just prep my papers so that when I went in with my pictures, I would just add them around, and then I'd still have like the 11th here and the little prompt ready to go. On the 12th is write about what you want to leave behind in 2019. So I decided to make this little tag is super cute. So I wrote in the back, live every day with intention. So I will journal some more on this little card, on the back, on here, and probably on the back, and on this piece of paper as well, probably, about what I want to leave behind in 2019. Now this picture, I haven't done anything with it. It's a picture from a book that Jessica put in the journal, so I have not done anything with that. I just left it for now because it's super cute. So now on the 13th, the prompt was sew something to keep in your journal by hand or machine. So of course I sewed the 13 around it in red, and then I sewed this little ruffle as well, and this big ruffle was sewn from before, so I added it to it. So that's what I decided on doing for this day. I did not write anything yet in there. I will probably record my day on the 13th, which was on Friday. So because this is so full, I'm going to keep this page probably for journaling. So now I'm at day 14th. And then I thought, you know what? I think I'm just going to turn my phone on, my camera, and just start collaging. And hopefully this is helpful. And it's at just about 20 minutes. So I'll journal. I'll try to journal until today, or at least prep my pages and kind of show you what I do. And as you can tell, this is the middle of the first signature. So I have a feeling that this journal will be used for a couple of years, for like 2020 and possibly 2021, which is kind of crazy to say. But because I'm already on, oh my gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I guess it didn't come out. Sorry for the sniffle, guys. It's just, there. I'm trying not to. Anyways, I'm going to try to keep going without sneezing everywhere. If I sneeze, I'm sorry. So I'm already on day, what did I say? Day 14th. And I was thinking of possibly using this little card. I don't know if I want to now that I look at it. I don't know if it works well with the angel. So I'm just thinking that I'm in the middle of this journal and I'm already at 16. So I believe that my December daily will probably end in the middle, like just in the first signature for 2019. But we will see. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have at least another year in here, possibly a third year. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. Okay, so this angel is super cute. So excuse me. And my sweet little daughter will be coming in and out probably because that's what she likes to do. Guys, she's a little cutie. So I've got over here, if I reach over, I've got this box, just so you guys, I don't know if you can see, of different papers in here. And then I've got some scraps on my table around me.
And on my beaks.
Yeah, okay.
Beaks.
And I've, like on this side, I've got so many scraps of random stuff. And this prompt, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I thought it was a super cool idea to do because we did a lot of baking this weekend. So that was all of Saturday. That was all of Sunday. So I will be printing out the pictures of all of what we baked, and I will probably put them in like a couple spreads. So I'm thinking that, and it's funny because number 14, the prompt is make a scented page and describe the smell. What does it remind you of? And I was thinking of doing, how cool is that? Some kind of cinnamon smell, because cinnamon for me is Christmas. It is, and peppermint. So I was thinking, I have seen it somewhere now. I don't know where. I can't remember who I seen this. Maybe Girl in the Ridge, possibly? If I think of it and if I find the video, I will link it below. I believe it's Girl in the Ridge, where she paints with cinnamon or something. So I won't do this. I won't do the cinnamon smell for right now because I'm not 100% sure how to do it. I will look it up. I will link her video below, and then maybe the next video that I do, I'll show you guys how I do it. And we can, but I don't want to do it directly in the journal because I'm not 100% sure how to do it yet. So I will search, because I thought of it, you know, how awesome would that be for your journal to smell like cinnamon? I love the smell of cinnamon. I mean, if you don't, then I guess you wouldn't like that, would you? So what I'm going to do, because I want to add a lot of pictures, is this one I wanted to keep to journal about the 13th, which was a Friday. Friday the 13th. And then the 14th, what I'm going to do, I use this guy for dates. So I will date this one as well so I can remember that I wanted to write a little bit more. And sometimes I just want to collage maybe a bit more. I don't know what that was. A bit more. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to do anything with this image because it's so beautiful. It's just, yeah, it's angels. And that's Christmas, isn't it? So I might add a little something here. I don't know yet, but I'm going to go past that and go 14 on this side. I think I'm probably going to leave this song, and then I'm going to start collaging on this side like I was kind of playing around there with. And then I always stamp the date that I'm working on because it's great. It's a really wonderful way of, I really, I don't know, there's something about this that is saying, use me. Or wait, how about, because I'm going to be putting pictures on top of this and I'm baking stuff, right? because it's going to be a kind of like a, oh, look at that. Oops, sorry. Ooh. Anyways, this is kind of like, oh, and by the way, you guys, I bought the tiny attacher, Tim Holtz. Oh, I love it. I just got it on Amazon and I'm already in love. I've pretty much stapled everything. It's the first time Evan sewed as much as stapled. I love stapling though. So anyways, that was completely random. I just saw it in the corner of my eye and I thought, oh, I gotta tell you guys because I'm super excited about this thing. It's so fun. It's so fun to use. And I love the size of the stapler. Of the staples, I mean. So, how cool is that? But I was thinking that if I did something like just stapled or something, then I could tuck stuff underneath as well, right? Could have more pictures. Unless I washi tape it. That could be an option as well. Now, I don't have the best washi tapes in the world. I actually have, they're not great. So I have to glue them down and then hold them. Did you? Well, on that note, yes, you heard me wrong. You heard my daughter right. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so this will just be a flip through and I will come back with some kind of what I'm working on with the cinnamon and the spread. It's already at almost 30 minutes and yes, you heard my daughter. So I have to go take care of that. So anyways, take care and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.